morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Samuel a Day. Today is August 16th, and we'll be reading 1 Samuel chapter 16. Now, if you're new this whole month of August, we'll be reading all 31 chapters in Samuel because there's 31 days in the month of August. 1 Samuel chapter 16. All right, here we have Samuel. He's still mourning over Saul being rejected as the king because he couldn't get right. If you paid attention or if you've read the other chapters, Saul was appointed king by the Lord because the Israelites wanted a king, which was sin for them, and he just ended up not being a great king. But the Lord told them that he would appoint a new king from his own heart. And David is a very interesting character, and that's who's going to end up becoming king. All right, here we have Samuel. We already talked about him mourning, and now he's about to go to Bethlehem and meet up with Jesse to try to find this new king. And the Lord tells him that he will let him know which one will be the king. And we're going to skip around to about verse 6. That's when all this is about to start. Now stick with me for verse 7. This is going to come back around towards the end of the video. 1 Samuel 16 verse 7. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Now here we have Samuel. He's met up with what's his name, Jesse, in Bethlehem, and he's trying to appoint the new king. He's looking at his 8 sons, particularly the 7 older ones right now, but he's looking at their outward appearance. That's why the Lord tells him this. But that's not how he's going to find the king. The Lord's going to tell you, just stick with it. The Holy Spirit lead me. All right, so he continues to go through his 7 sons, and the Lord just keeps telling him he hasn't chosen not one of these. And finally, he comes to David. And David's the youngest son who's tending the sheep. And the Lord tells him this is the one that he wants to be king. This is the man from God's own heart. And he's the youngest son. He didn't look up to par. All his other brothers probably, how they described it here, had the physical stature, and they would look like they were ready to be king, but their hearts weren't where David's was. And they explained him of being ruddy, with bright eyes and good looking. And the Lord told Samuel, arise, this is the one. This is going to be our next king. So Samuel took the horn of oil and he anointed David, and God's presence was immediately with him. His spirit was immediately with him. And the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul immediately after David was anointed. And as we go on, Saul still trying to figure out what was going on, but the Lord ends up telling him, but yes, brothers and sisters, the Lord looks at our heart, not how we look, not our outward appearance, because he can't change that as quick as he can change our heart. And if you